Hi guys, my name is Bishwarup, and in this podcast we have a new guest, Mr. Ravi with us, and he has studied his electrical engineering from the UT Austin, and today he is going to share his wonderful experience and journey while doing his MS with us. And we also have two friends, Ritesh and Piyush. So let us start. And Ravi, you can start with your profile and with your intro also.
So I did my BTech in BIT Mesra in electrical and
Yeah.
electronics engineering. So when I did my BTech, I was like, I will not study again. I'll not do masters. It was not in my plan at all.
Yeah.
I was actually I got a job in Infosys, so I thought I will do software or something else. But luckily, I got an internship in Vikram Solar.
Yeah.
So there I had like amazing team and managers, amazing colleagues and managers. So they helped me pick my interest in renewable energy. So based on their suggestions, I like applied for masters. So before that, I
Oh,
think I
that's
had only like one small project in college. So after that, I built my profile, most of my profile in my job. So
wow, that's
as
great.
for the profile, so I had my GRE score was 326 and my TOEFL score was 108, I guess.
It's a
And
very good score.
Oh,
yeah, and after so I had I think I had two research papers in my job, and we had a patent pending as well. I think that's and also most of my projects involved solar energy storage and electric vehicles. So you can say the big three. So that helped me a lot in getting into universities. Yeah.
you did so many things during that 6 month internship, right?
No, so I also got a job. So I worked for 2 years there.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, then
So,
it's
so
Okay,
in
great.
the same company. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
that's great. So now let us move on to how you selected your universities.
Yeah. So uh, the so selected based on like the location. Not location was not a main factor. Though my main factor is like what's the cost and
Mhm.
is there any funding opportunities and
Okay,
if what's the renewable research that they're doing.
okay.
So
And which
yeah,
universities you applied on? So you can tell.
yeah. So I applied to UIUC, TAMU, Texas A&M, UT Austin, Virginia Tech, TU Delft, UCLA, and NCSU, and also applied to Dayton because it doesn't have any like application fee at the
Mhm.
time. There was some offer
Oh,
with your yeah, but it doesn't have anything, so you can just
but
remove
the
that.
rest of the universities are really good, man. Especially UCLA
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got a
as
reject
well
from
as
that.
TU Delft. So your admission, कहाँ पे आपको admit मिला था?
So I got admitted, I think 5 universities, and I got rejects from three. So
Okay.
I got
Okay.
rejects from Virginia Tech, UIUC, and UCLA, and I got admit from
Wow.
all the other. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So, like, let's move on to the next question. Like, we all know that there are so many countries from where you could pursue your masters, right? Then
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
did you opted for the United States only?
Yeah. So the funny thing is, so my USA was my backup.
Oh,
It was not my main country. So my main country was Europe. So
Europe.
my main universities that I liked very much are TU Munich and TU Delft. So
Mhm.
I couldn't apply to Germany because the timeline I had is pretty tight, and for to apply to Germany, it's a long process. It will take like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Mhm.
have that much time. So
Mhm.
I didn't apply to TU Munich. I applied to T Delft and also got into T Delft, and all the other universities were backup.
So wow, you
But
got
Wow.
into TU Delft.
U
yeah, yeah,
Delft is a great university.
yeah.
Yes.
But the problem that I realized was that I didn't realize until then was when I was watching some podcast like you guys, TDELF students made a podcast, and there they mentioned that one of the graduate of TDELF mentioned that it will take him like 6 years to pay off his like student loan from his current salary. That was like a great realization. And there's no opportunity for funding because in TU Delft, the undergrad is taught in Dutch. So you can't do teaching assistant or anything. You only have to do research assistant, and even that's like very hard to get.
Yeah.
So that, as opposed in US, I think it will take around 1.5 years or 2 years to pay off your loan if you don't get, even if you don't get any funding. So that's why I shifted to US.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you told us that you got 5 admits, right?
Yeah.
So why did you went for this university, UT Austin? Why not any other university?
Yeah. So the fees was one of the main things. So I think out of all the universities, TAMU and Texas A&M and UT Austin were like they have the lowest fee, and they are one of the best universities. TAMU had great courses in renewable energy, and UT Austin is the best university in Texas. So I had like so it's like a flip of a coin. I could have gone into both universities, but I chose UT Austin because I talked to a friend in TAMU, and he said like, "Why are you coming to TAMU? Just go to UT Austin." So like, okay.
And even in terms of rank, UT Austin is, I think, in higher position than TAMU.
Yeah, but TAMU has some also some pretty good renewable courses.
Yes.
Yeah, so even TAMU is good for renewable energy.
Yeah, that's really nice.
So, as you said, you opted for USA.
Yeah.
Does the geographic location matters here?
When you say geographical location, does it mean city or like country?
Country.
So in country, so the advantage with doing masters in US is you can get job anywhere. So if you do masters in like Europe, let's say Netherlands or Germany, if you want to change your country, like if you want to get a job in US, the degree has like not much value in US because they don't know about other universities. But if you do masters in US, everyone knows like US universities. So it's even if you want to change, yeah, it's like a little bit easy. As you say, state, it depends on personal preference, right? If you don't like cold, don't go in the north. Like it depends on it depends on the weather. So if you see it's not if you want to get a job, like if you are doing CS, then it doesn't matter at all. But if you are working in electrical and everything, still it doesn't matter as much, but it still matters, right? Because companies prefer to take students from like employees from their like city or state. Yeah, so it's better. It's location matters if you're doing electrical or like in energy systems. Yeah.
Can you give some tips regarding the SOP and LORs?
Yeah, so I think I'm the wrong person to ask for SOP or LOR tips. I'm not that good a writer, so I think I saw your podcast with Sachin.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gave some pretty good tips. For LOR, so I got great LOR from my manager, and you know how it goes with professors. We write the SOP LOR, so but professors, yeah, they're also pretty good. So I had like strong LORs, and SOP, it was, I would say it's average SOP. So it's like you will write SOP from, you'll take the other SOPs as a reference and write it from there.
Yeah. So now coming to the next question. Can you tell us about course structure, like electives, how many core courses?
Yeah, so generally there are two options in most colleges, right? Thesis and non-thesis. So in UT Austin, there are three options like thesis, non-thesis, and report.
Mm-hmm.
So in thesis, if you're opting for non-thesis, then you have to do 10 courses. If you're opting for report, then you have to do 9. And if you're opting for thesis, then you have to do 8. So I opted for non-thesis. So in non-thesis, out of 10 courses, 6 courses should be of your major, and 4 should be of your like supporting work. So anything related, anything that might be helpful to you, helpful in your job. It's not like you can take some random course like some movie making or something like that, but you have to take something that might be helpful to you. Yeah.
But you can take your electives from each and every branch, right? Any branch.
Yeah, any branch. So I took electives from like business school. So you can take electives from a business school, or like you should justify like that it will be helpful to you in the future. Yeah,
So
that's the only
can
thing.
you just tell means what were the main courses? Like what were the core courses of yours?
Okay, so I took a few courses in like power systems and power electronics. So those were the main things.
Oh.
So in power systems, like the simulation. So how do we integrate solar or energy storage? So that was one course, and data analytics in power systems was one course. And also, I think one is related to optimization and control. Like they're mostly these are the power systems courses, and in power electronics. We had mostly introduction to power. So it's not related to solar, but when we are doing projects, we would integrate solar into the like into what we learned. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. And now let us move on to the scholarship opportunities. I know that you got fully funded scholarship, right?
Yeah.
So, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I tried to like when I applied, when I got into the universities, I tried to like after I decided UTAUSTIN, I tried to mail professors that are related to my department, and I think I didn't get. I only got one reply, and he said that first come to university, then we'll see. So that was
Okay,
the
then
reply I
what
got.
happened?
Yeah, after other professors didn't even reply.
Yeah.
But after coming here, so I got to know from a friend that you can apply to more departments. Like you don't have to apply to electrical, only electrical department. So you can apply to max, physics, or any department you like. So he applied to like 500 professors. So he applied to each and every professor.
500.
So he mailed each and every professor, and he actually got. Just a minute. Yeah, he actually got like I think one or two calls which are not even related to his major. Like he
Then what
got
happened?
one call from Max and one from aeronautical engineering or something. Yeah. So
Yeah.
um, so from when I met him, so he was going to physics department to apply for a TA position. So I went with him. So you can't apply for that position online at that time, but so we have to fill the form and everything else. So applied there, and actually didn't get into that. I didn't get the TA there because I
Okay.
don't have any TA experience. So they
Yeah.
selected 5 students. So I used to go every day and pester him like, did I get? So when I was there the last time, he said that, oh, someone just dropped out. Do you want to join? So I said, yeah. So I got the TA position. So it's
Okay.
actually very, the TA position here is like, comes with a lot of perks. They pay off the whole tuition fee. And on top of that, they give you $2,000 per month. So it's like a very good.
Yes. Your living cost was
I
covered
would
up,
say
right?
700 to 1,000. Yeah, I would say 700 to 1,000 is like the living cost here.
Oh, that's nice. We will come to that question next.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the internship opportunities there?
So I was planning to come to India during summer, so I didn't apply to like any internships. But because of COVID, I couldn't come. So I planned it in December, and I didn't apply to any universities. So in March, it's too late to apply. So I didn't do any internship. I did a course in summer as well. So, but if you want to apply to internship, yeah, you should start applying from December, or like at least from second semester. So Yeah, and I think it's the hard part is getting the call. So cracking the interview is actually the easy part, at least in US. In India, it's the reverse, right? You will get the calls, but it's very hard to crack the interview. Here, it's doable, but getting the call is the hard part. But still, you can ask, like, you can go to LinkedIn and ask people for referrals or like internship opportunities. A lot of people will help you regarding that. Yeah.
Okay, that's why everyone says that if you have a referral, then you will get a job or an internship very quickly.
Yeah. So
At least you
because
will get a call.
yeah, they'll assume you know things, so they will not ask that many technical questions. They'll only ask
Oh,
like HR, mostly HR questions. So it's
so that's really
yeah.
nice.
So what about the on-campus jobs then?
Yeah. So there are other options like other than TA or like uh, RA. There also like you can also apply for university housing and dining lab. So there are other on-campus jobs. So some people did do jobs in university housing and dining. So so the small disadvantage there is like in TA you will get 20 salary for 20 hours even if you do 10 hours of work. But here it's hourly pay, so you have to do 20 hours of work to get like 20 hours salary. So ETA is like a job, so this is like a hourly based wage, so you have to do that many hours of work. And also there are tutoring jobs, there are many opportunities. You will get like on campus jobs. So the main thing is to ask students who got those jobs before. Talk with him. Don't try to do it yourself because it will be a little bit harder. Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Definitely.
Okay.
So is it mandatory to work for 20 hours, or you
No,
can
no.
work
You
for 18
can
hours
you
and
can do for 10 hours as well. 10 hours.
oh,
Of,
Mostly all the
but
institutes.
yeah, but if you're TA, then mostly you have 10 hours of work, but you will get 20 hours of salary. Yeah, that's
oh.
Yes.
it. Doesn't matter how many hours you work. So
Yeah,
you just have to do your work. If you do your work in 1 hour, then you will get your salary. Yeah.
Okay.
that's nice.
So the next question is like, what are the other things apart from the academic part that students should be involved in the American universities?
Yeah, so there are like countless possibilities. Like if you see in my university, there are 1,200 clubs. You name
So,
anything, there is a club for
1200.
it. Yeah, you name anything, there's a club for it. So you can build any of your interests. But the problem is you will not have much time. So
Yeah.
time is the problem, but there are like countless opportunities. At least in the first week when you come here during the orientation, I suggest you to go to like each and every event hosted by clubs. So you'll get free food and goodies, and also you'll get
wow.
like information about how to join.
Yes,
Yeah.
you told goodies. I have heard that a lot of student gets well, lot of क्या सभी लोग को goodies तो बहुत सारे मिलते ही होंगे जब
हाँ हाँ
universities में
हाँ
T-shirt, then a cup, then
तब
mug.
हाँ हाँ मिलते
Wow,
रहते हैं ऐसे.
that's awesome.
तो फर्स्ट 1 वीक तो फूड ऐसा ही मिलता है. आके पिज्जा. तो ऐसा रहता है तू थोड़ी देर वेट करेगा तो बहुत सारे पिज्जा मंगाता है. तो जो पिज्जा बच जाते हैं वो लेके जाने के लिए बोलते हैं, तो वो भी घर लेके
अरे
जाओ.
सही है, बहुत सही है.
Great.
ऐसा.
So like like this is a good part. I think each and every aspiring student should wait for there for some hours. So coming on to the next question, let's talk about the thesis and non-thesis part. What's the difference and how does it affect to the course layout and each and everything you know about it?
Yeah, so as I said, for non-thesis you have to take 10 courses. If you have opted for thesis, then you have to take 8 courses and thesis. So and there in our university there is also like report option. So the report is exactly like it's in between. So for that, you don't have to do a big project. You just have to do a small project under a professor. and it will get accepted. So for that you have to do 9 courses, and I don't know the split. I think if you take thesis, then you have to do 5 major courses and 3 supporting courses, I guess. I am not sure about the report, but because I don't know anyone who took report, so people either take a thesis or non-thesis in general. Yeah. So, and the other thing is, I think here there's no such thing as accepting the thesis. So they will accept your thesis, but if professor is not satisfied with your work, he may ask you to do the work in summer. So he might extend your, like he or she might extend your thesis for one summer. That's it. But they will accept your thesis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now moving on to next question. Can you tell us about your course fee? कितना खर्चा पड़ जाता होगा इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट के लिए?
So I think total 3 courses के लिए 11,000 होता है, 11,000 for 3 courses. हाँ. So there are 30 credits, right? Okay. I think you know about the credit structure, right? It's 30 credits. So each subject is 3 credits. So I have to take 10 courses. So for each semester, I was taking 3 courses. So for 3 courses, the cost is like $11,000. Yeah. So I think per course, $3,500 per course, I guess. Yeah. So
plus
if you so if you have like even the perks for tier, the advantages for tier depends on like different universities. Each university have like different perks.
Yes.
So for our university, they pay off the whole fee, so we have to pay $400 per semester for 3 courses. But if some universities might give you half, like in tuition fee, so that means you will get half, and the other half you have to pay, and you will also get salary.
Yes,
But some universities,
in
they might
UT
only give
Arlington, they do it because they converts the out-of-state tuition fees into in-state tuition fees.
Instead. So you'll get 50% off, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. And some universities might just give you like a salary, or some might just give you the tuition or tuition fee waiver. So it depends on the university. Yeah. So that's why it's better to talk to like people who are TAs in your respectable universities to understand that. Yeah.
That's nice. And now we'll move on to housing. So in-campus housing and off-campus housing, कैसा रहता है? मतलब कितना cost कितना हो जाता है?
Yeah, mostly in-campus housing, undergrads live in campus, and even around the university, mostly undergrads live around the university. So grads mostly don't prefer to live there because mostly they party and stuff. So want to study, right? So people like try to grads live like little bit far, and the cost is like, I think for two bedroom it's $1,600. So mostly Indians, I think 4 people live in one apartment. So for each person it will cost like $400. And I would say after all the costs, it will be around $700 to $1,000 per month.
Okay. After adding your other expenses also, right?
Yeah, other expenses as well. Like 700 if you live like, it will even be lesser, but it depends on you, right?
Oh.
So how much? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to go to like on weekends, if you want to enjoy, then it will cost you around $1,000. Maybe. Yeah.
So coming on to the next question, can you suggest some universities for good universities for pursuing masters in the field of electrical engineering?
Yeah. So the ECE in US, there are like multiple tracks you can pursue. Like in our university, for example, there are 7 tracks. So there is like software engineering, computer architecture, and quantum physics, like solid state. physics, and one of the tracks is energy systems. So if you want to do specifically in energy systems, then I can suggest some good universities in that.
Yeah,
So
let's talk
for
about
that, for that, I think TAMO is one of the good universities, and UT Austin is a decent one, and Colorado Boulder is like a good university for power electronics, especially. And I think there's some lesser known universities like Utah State University, which have like a good, they are doing good research in electric vehicles and stuff like that. And also, I think UCLA, but yeah, it's very costly.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
All the UCs are pretty much costly.
yeah, they
Yeah.
are super expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
UT Austin is one of the like in terms of living cost. So it has like cheaper tuition and cheaper living cost compared to all the big universities, and it is one of the big universities. So in that category, UT Austin is like better. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
So,
these are the main ones that are coming to my mind. I think yeah, I
okay.
can't remember more.
Okay. So, in order to get admit into these universities that you named, how do you think a student should build a profile? Like, if you have any tips that you want to give to any aspiring student?
Yeah, so mostly the first thing is getting good grade is always helpful. So I didn't have like that great of a grade. My pointer CGPA was 7, so that didn't help me. But if you are like 9 pointer or like you have a GPA of more than 8.5, then it will be easier for you. Other than that, try to get good score. So if you write your GRE in 4th semester, then like you have the whole semester. So sorry, 8th semester, sorry, not
Yeah.
fourth year. So in 8th semester, no, you don't have any like work in that the whole semester. You are free. So if you write in that semester, you will get good score mostly. So I wrote when I was working. So if I it will be even more helpful. So if you write in your 8th semester, because if when you're working, you can't prepare that good, and your score won't be that good. Yeah, so that will be helpful also. And other than that, you try to build your profile based on the research to get into the universities. So if you want to get into like electrical energy systems, try to like contact professors or do some work with them. Or so even try to work on any papers. Even if you're second author, third author, it doesn't matter. So if you have a paper, so I had one paper in which I'm like the 5th author, but it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
try to build your profile on research. That's always helpful. Yeah.
So, what's the job market scenario in energy systems?
Yeah. So if you during COVID, it affected the energy system job market a lot. So many people got their offers rescinded, so they had to extend their masters and everything. But right now, I think it's doing better. And you will, yeah, as I said, like getting a call is the hard part. So you just have to contact like people in LinkedIn and try to get referrals. So by that, if you get a call, then you will mostly get, yeah, like if you like more than 10% of the time you will get a job after getting a call. Yeah.
What can we expect from US universities in upcoming years?
Yeah. So right now, even now, most of the universities are still online because there are new variants coming along every day. So we can't be certain about anything. But I think universities are enjoying being online because they have lower costs and they're not reducing their tuition. So it's better for them. So I think they'll continue doing online a little bit more, but still they have to in the future. But learning, I like online learning because the first thing is you will get the recordings of the lectures. That's always helpful because sometimes you will have class in the morning, so you're not in your full zone, like, so you can't like concentrate. But if you have recording, you have the flexibility to listen to it anytime and any number of times. So that's one of the best things about online. Actually, I asked in the first semester, I went to a professor and asked them, you explain everything so well. Why don't you record and send it to us? And he said, it will take a lot of my time, but now he's recording each and every lecture. So it's always helpful. Yeah, I think that's the best part. Other than that, you will, let's say, like also downside, like your interactability will decrease.
Yeah.
You can't ask as many questions, but still, I think it's good. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. And now let us come on to your visa experience. A lot of things.
Yeah. So I had you can say you can say weird experience. So the first thing is my visa interview is on July 20th was on. So I don't suggest anyone to keep it that far off. Always try to keep it before, so that even if you got rejected, you will have one more chance. So my deadline, my college starts on August 28th, and my visa was on July 10th. So I don't have any. I only had one chance. So if I got rejected, then I didn't have any other chance. So uh, and I also had I showed when he asked for financials, the visa interviewer. I showed him like 77K worth of loans, and he got very scared. He was like, okay, how do you pay it back? You can't pay it back. And
Okay.
but at last, he gave. I got lucky because he knew UT Austin very well. At the start, he said, I applied to UT Austin, but I didn't get into it. So, and he was young, so for that reason, I think
Yeah.
he get he gave me visa, and also he told me to try to get assistantships, otherwise you can't pay it back. So yeah,
But you have done your master's fully funded master's.
yeah, but
Even you
I don't know
paid.
that before. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah.
Uh, so coming on to the next question, do you have any tips for the upcoming students, those who wants to come and study in this?
Yeah, so I think many students might have told you, like many people who did the podcast, like networking is the main thing. So anything,
Yes.
so from the applying, try to talk to as many people as you can, like get to know their experiences, so that you might, like, if you want to get assistantships or scholarships, talk with people who got them. Then it you will know the process. If you want to get jobs, talk to people who got jobs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's similar. Networking is the most important. Try to do that. I think that's the most important thing. The most important thing. Yeah.
Okay. So thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for joining our podcast and sharing your experience with us. And until that time, we will see you in the next video. And if you have anything to say, our followers and viewers, then you can say.
uh, I think you're doing a good job. Try to, yeah, keep it up. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.